Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Peachy and this is Plant and Style. Today's video is going to be a full plant tour. It's my very first houseplant tour for the year 2024. I know it has been a while since my last plant tour update, but I've already made a few changes here and there, so I'm very excited to show you guys around. It's gonna be a lot, so I suggest you sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy. First up is the living room. This is where my family and I spend a lot of time together, and this is where most of my plants are located as well. And that is due to the fact that we have great lighting condition here, and the humidity is fairly high as well because of the amount of plants that I have in here. And I do supplement my lights with grow lights as well. I have this beautiful Soltec Highland grow light, track light from up above. My plants are enjoying it. I can tell by the amount of growth they have given me, especially my Anthuriums. They have flowered so much with this lighting. So I think that is due to that, but who knows, maybe I'm wrong. But anyways, I love this area of the house because I get to see and enjoy my plants a lot. Like all day, every day, pretty much. I get to actually pretend I'm watching TV, but I'm actually watching my plants. Don't tell them. But anyway, so we're gonna start here and well, let's get started. There is a west-facing window behind this curtain right here, and we're gonna try to finish this before the afternoon light starts coming in, and we're gonna be against the light, so let's try to beat that. Up top right here is my beautiful Monstera constellation, who is unfortunately frozen this winter. It hasn't grown any new leaf for a long time now, probably a few months already. So I'm a little bit worried, but at the same time, it is not yellowing or anything like that. It's not showing any sign of stress apart from not growing. So hopefully it's just dormant at the moment because of the cold winter, hoping that it will eventually grow again when spring comes. So okay, the next one behind right here is Philodendron tortum, and then we have here is Philodendron giganteum that I grew this from a rehab. I've imported this actually from Green Spaces ID probably 2 years ago now, and it is now finally growing beautifully. Down here is a ficus. This is Ficus shiveriana, and it's still pretty young and it's still in soil. One of the few plants that I still have in soil, and that is because I'm afraid to move it. I wanted to make sure that it is strong enough because they have the tendency to get stressed out and drop all their leaves if they're unhappy. So I didn't want that to happen to this one, but I'm probably going to try during spring anyways, or summer. And then over here is my Hoya obovata in a booty planter. And this one is in pon. Okay, I'm going to stop saying that because literally 99% of my plant collection is in pon. And then over here is a Alocasia Jacqueline, who is down to its last leaf, and that is due to, again, winter situation. At the back over there is a variegated ZZ plant. I have propagated this one. Unfortunately, the propagations are taking longer to grow, so I am planning on putting them all back together when the time comes that they're finally started growing. Over here is a Hoya endawensis, actually, although it was sold to me as Kanya Kumariana, but apparently this is in the Wensis. Down below over here is a Hoya Crimson Princess, but this is the round and compact form. At the back over there is my Hoya globulosa or villosa that I am currently training to be in ambient. It was in my cabinet, but I do need to repot them. Here is my Hoya obovata splash, and I adore this plant. Look at those plump round leaves. It used to be oddly shaped, like it's not round at all and kind of wrinkly and bleached, but since moving it here, it started to look better in my opinion, and definitely more plump and more splashes as well. This is an alocasia golden bone. That is just so easy, although I do need to repot it as well. And then here is Anthurium clarinervium. Oh my goodness, I have struggled growing this one for a while. It was in the cabinet, and when I moved it here out of the cabinet, it's finally growing. There's actually an offshoot and a new leaf right there. So awesome. Over here is my favorite alocasia so far, and that is due to its size. It's so magnificent in my opinion. This is Alocasia sanderiana that I've imported from Ecuagenera. Look at the size of that. That is just massive. I think it's like 2 feet, roughly 2 feet. And then down here I have another Monstera constellation that I purchased as a rehab, and I don't know what happened, but the new growth in the petiole actually dried up, but now I can see a nub right there, a growth point nub in there. And then since we're looking down, we're gonna start at the bottom as well. Down there I have a Syngonium strawberry ice. It's not the prettiest in my opinion, but it's a work in progress. At the back over there is another Syngonium rayi with the dark velvety leaves. And then over here is my Elaphoglossum metallicum, and it was in a cabinet for a while, but it hasn't grown, so I took it out and hoping that it will eventually grow for me, and it's beautiful. It's got some bluish metallic sheen to it. Oh, sorry. Right there. I hope you can see that, but I think it's really pretty. I just hope it will grow. It doesn't just live, you know. Over here is Philodendron Ring of Fire. And then we have Syngonium wendlandii right here. Kind of similar to the rayi, but slightly less dark. At the very back, I have Peperomia Ecuador, and this is the Peperomia watermelon peperomia that is minty variegated. Moving up, we have here is a Ripsalis pilocarpa, and I have it here because I wanted to add texture on the shelf. And then next to it we have Syngonium lima, something like that. And it's a very compact Syngonium, and I don't know, I find it very hard to grow. To be honest, my Syngoniums are a bit tricky for me. Like, I don't appreciate the growth pattern that I get from it. I really just want a bushy syngonium, so I'm trying to train my syngoniums to be that way, and chopping it and propping them as well to have a bushy pot instead of a trailing wonky growth that I normally get. But this one right here is one of the most beautiful ones, I think, with the, if only I can get the variegation consistently. But this is the Syngonium aurea. Right here is the Anthurium papillilaminum crossed with luxuriant, or the Anthurium papillox. And then over here is a sad queen Anthurium. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what this reddish color is about, but yeah, I'm gonna figure it out someday. Next over here is, uh-oh, hold on, it's getting held hostage by my Elaphoglossum. But this one right here is my Hoya Engleriana, and look at the tiny pot that it's in right now. But it is very happy, so I'm not even touching it right now because I just wanted it to keep on trailing because I think it's super cute. And then next to it is another one that has suffered through winter, but I can see some new growth coming through. It's hard for me to show you, but anyways, this is the Schismatoglottis wallichii variegata. This plant is so beautiful when it's growing nicely, when it's bushy, and I actually got it to that point at one point, but it declined during winter, so we're gonna have to wait again. And then next to it is a tiny Warockianum that used to live in the cabinet, and I took it out because it has not moved. It's another one of those that has multiple growth points, being like an overachiever but couldn't handle it. And then next, if I can get around this gigantic Anthurium, hang on. This is actually my Plumanii. This is my Plumanii that I chopped into, how many cuttings? 4 cuttings. Just decided to start over because it's gotten pretty leggy and it grew out of its pot already, and it had some crispy, pretty much dead leaves, so I chopped them all off into single node cutting basically, and I can see some nice roots coming through. And here we have my Anthurium crystallinum that I received from Ecogenera, but as you can see, it's got the forgetii lobe, so it's probably a hybrid. Also, this leaf is huge. Look at the size of my hand in comparison to it right there. So it's actually currently flowering right here, and I have used its pollen to pollinate my Anthurium bassiae that is also currently flowering. So yeah, hopefully it works. That would be a cool hybrid. And then hanging on top right there is my Hoya compacta with the added variegated Hoya compacta right there. I have added my cutting just to make it a little more bushy. And then I have another Queen Anthurium right there who is currently a one-leafer, but it's got a new leaf coming through as well. And then this is my original Queen Anthurium who is also a one leafer at the moment, and that is due to spider mites. I have been battling spider mites the past month, and yeah, I think I don't see anymore. I don't see them anymore, but I am continuously keeping an eye out for signs of spider mite damage, but hopefully I have taken care of that, but they seem to never go away, so who knows. And then over here is my Negro Laminum GG that I got from Ecogenera as well. The top is another victim of spider mites, but I can see multiple growth from down there. So yeah, hopefully it's gonna come back pretty soon. Right here is my gorgeous, one of my favorite anthuriums right here. And it's finally sizing up and maturing. You can see right here, we have a flower as well, which is probably not going to be good to be pollinated because it's its very first inflorescence. And then over here is my handsome King Anthurium narrow form, and this is its newest leaf. And as you can see, it has such a great size up so far, and I'm so happy. Look at that ribbing. Oh my goodness, it's so satisfying. Such a weird plant, but gorgeous regardless. On the back right there is another rehab anthurium that is actually Anthurium Ace of Spades from Novelty G. And this is the first leaf that it came out. It's kind of minty or mostly damaged. I don't know, but it's got something going on. So I have yet figured out what's going on with that, and I seem to have a hard time growing Anthurium Ace of Spades and pure Papillilaminum. I grew this leaf under my care, but all of a sudden it has done this. I don't know if it's the lighting. It's probably getting too much lighting, but the next leaf that it grew is also weird as F. Oh my goodness. Look at that. I don't know. I did find spider mites on it as well. Yeah. Spider mite is freaking I don't know what to say, but I'm just trying to get through winter and hopefully get better, be better, but sometimes it just happens, I guess. And then over here is my gorgeous Hoya pollinura with the outer variegation, and it is growing, and it has another new shoot right there at the back, that tiny one, and in ambient. So I'm very happy with that. At the very top right there is my Anthurium forgetii, who shout out another inflorescence. This plant has given me more flowers than leaves. So it's down to a one leaf as well. But it's obviously happy because it's got a flower right there, and I can see a new leaf spike as well. So right here is my pot of Hoya lanceolata or Hoya bellas with three different kinds in there. I have the Lida buoy and the Annika buoy. Lida buoy with the inner variegation and the outer Aniki. And then this plant right here is my Anthurium luxurian cross with forgetii, which is also known as the inverse David Portelace? No, something. Never mind. I'll put the made up name at the bottom as well if you must know. All I know is that I bought this as a Anthurium luxurian cross with Forgetii, and you can see right here it's got the Forgetii lobe that I really love and the impressive texture. Although this particular leaf right here is a little wonky because this one emerged while I was out of the country, and because it was behind another plant and it was touching the other leaves, and they don't like that when they're emerging. But it has a new leaf, which I am super duper excited about, and I'm trying to clear its way and have room for it to unfurl so it's not damaged or anything. So I'm keeping an eye on this one. And on top of that, it has two inflorescences as well. One I pollinated with that papa right there, dark Forgetii. So I'm trying to achieve a dark Forgetii luxurian that is velvety or something like that. But I don't know. Yeah, I just love Forgetii. And I'm waiting for this one to be receptive, and I'm probably going to pollinate it with crystallinum, that is currently in bloom. So this is the another leaf that it has, by the way, and this one is actually super perfect. It has a bluish sheen to it. It's really dark and bumpy. I think it is just immaculate. Okay, at the top right there, that with the new red leaf is actually that is my Anthurium winlingeri that shot out this beautiful new leaf that is so much bigger than the previous leaves that it has. Incredible. Behind it, I actually have a Hoya Wayerii right there that has inner variegation. Actually, I've combined it with the regular Wayerii or Kentiana, something like that, whatever you call it these days. It's hard to keep up. There at the very top, right here is my Hoya Rebecca. This one blooms a lot, and yeah, it's just an added bush up here since I cannot fit a lot of plants in this spot. And then another rehab plant right here is my Anthurium pallidiflorum, who is growing longer leaves, but not recently. I can see multiple growth point at the top right there, but not completely growing though. So I don't know what's going on. Next to it is another filler Hoya. Right there is my Hoya mini bell. This right here is another amazing Anthurium to grow in ambient. This one is the Anthurium metallicum. It grew two leaves during winter, and unfortunately they both had difficulty unfurling. And this is the newest leaf it had. It is massive. Look at that. It's incredible how big this plant is. Oh my goodness. The wingspan though is just large. I don't know what I'm gonna do when the next leaf comes. Actually, there's another room over here maybe. And then this beautiful dark thing right here is Papillilaminum cross with dark ace of spade. It does have a new leaf coming. Oh my goodness, I am so excited. This plant is so dark, as you can see, and it cannot wait to have a new leaf. Over here is my Hoya Crimson Princess. This is the regular one. It is looking fabulous, just hanging up there. And then next one right here is Hoya Retusa, just chilling. Over here is Philodendron Cream Splash that I grew from 3 single node cutting. And then lastly, on this corner right here, hanging pretty, is my Dischidia rucifolia variegata, also known as the Million Hearts. Variegated Million Hearts Dischidia. This one used to live in the bedroom, but I've recently moved it here just because I think it looks pretty right here. Don't you think? So far so good. I think it likes the Soltech light as well. So there you have it at the very top. Moving on to this cabinet. This is my Anthurium seedling cabinet. And this cabinet is from IKEA, but I did get it for free from this app called Nextdoor, which gives out free stuff. And it houses all of my little Anthurium seedlings, obviously. So these plants are doing well. They did not get any spider mites, from knock on wood, from all that spider mites above them. So okay. First one right here is a Magnificum hybrid that actually has no ID. I don't know exactly the parentage are, but I did get this for free. This is already a propagation of that free plant, and oh my god, it is growing beautifully for me though, and it's very dark and it's got some beautiful pink veination as well. Yeah, I'm really happy. I have another cutting in here that I'm gonna show you in a little bit. This one right here is from Jonah, who is one of you guys that just generously sent me 2 of her seedlings hybrid that she grew by herself. I'm pretty sure she sells this hybrid in her Etsy shop, and I'm gonna leave her shop link in the description below if you wanna get a hold of this. Actually is a hybrid of dorayaki and forgetti, which is just great. It has a new leaf right here, and the other one is this one, which is a lot bigger and actually has diffused lobe, which is such a great surprise because the leaves before that, as you can see, is not it. They have lobes. They have heart-shaped lobes. And then back to this side. Right here is, oh my goodness, let me see if I can show you. Okay, I'm gonna turn it around. This one right here is a hybrid of dorayaki and antolakai. At the back over there is a Tizula red crystal cross with Anthurium Dock Block. Oh no, it's hard to show. Oh my god, look at how dark this is, and the new leaf is purple. Oh my goodness. This one right here is another exciting hybrid. This is a Carla Dressleri cross with a Papillolaminum, very dark. And this one for a while actually has like an orange dot right here. It is fading now, but for a long time it was doing that, and look at that veination. That is definitely unique from the rest of my Anthurium collection, and I'm so excited to see this one mature. And we have a new leaf right there. Oh my god, that is very exciting. Okay, the back right here is, it's got a little due to waterlogged, I believe, but this is Anthurium forgetii that is very dark and bullated, and it even has like blue sheen if you see, look at it from a different angle. And also we have, I don't know if that is a new leaf or a flower emerging right there from the petiole. Can you see that? Right there. And I got this plant locally, but according to my seller, this plant actually came from Amanda or Bunny. Such a beautiful forgetii that is in my collection, and I'm glad I do have it. And then once again, the Dorayaki forgetii hybrid from Jonah. Shout out to Jonah. Thank you once again. And then over here we have a NSE red crystal cross with Bessie Af. What an exciting hybrid. I am so happy with this seedlings, you guys. They're finally showing some unique characteristics, and that is just so exciting for me, because when they were young they all looked the same and it was pretty boring. But now I get to watch them grow into having very cool characteristics, just like this one. This is a Anthurium dark black cross with papillilaminum. Look at that. That is a purple pink something magenta, whatever color you call that, but that is a gorgeous emerging leaf right there. It's so beautiful. I am obsessed. And look at the leaf that it hardens to. A very dark, and it actually retains the pink veination for a long time as well. This is the leaf before that, and so gorgeous. I did receive 2 seedling of this from the same mother, and the other seedling actually looks different. This is it right here. This one is another dark block papillilaminum hybrid, and as you can see, this one is showing a veination more like the dark block, right? While the other one has less veination colors, so it's a little more dark than its sibling. Isn't that interesting? They came from the same parent, but they look different, so much like humans and animals. So yeah, that makes it very exciting to grow seedlings. So this one right here is another forgetii hybrid, but this one is with red crystal. And then over here is a Tizula red crystal cross with ace of spade, and then cross with papillilaminum. A triple cross made by Katie Ann. And yeah, I recently uppotted it, moved it to these pots, and they are actually sitting in this. This is a makeup storage thing that has 2 levels, which I am very excited about, because now you get to see 2 levels of plants without them blocking each other. So I think it's perfect. I am in the process of repotting my seedlings. So as you can see, I have successfully repotted most of them, but there's still a few that needs repotting right there. But I'm just waiting for the new leaf to completely harden, just so I don't stunt any growth. And then this one right here is a hybrid of Clarinervium and Predator radiatum. And there is a new leaf as well right there. And then over here is one of my red crystal seedlings that I grew from seed. And then this one right here is Anthurium Portile that I recently transferred from soil, tree fern soil mixture to pond. So it's still acclimating in its new substrate. So, and then another red crystal. And then here's another red crystal. I have 14 red crystal in the mix that are growing differently from each other. As you can see, this one's bumpy. As you can see, it's got some muscles, some abs, while this one is elongated and veiny. So I don't know. It's kind of cool to see the differences from each of them. And then there's another one on the back, another red crystal back there that is coming out with a new leaf as well. Here is Anthurium Dark Phoenix cross with Anthurium Portile from North Shore. I imported this from North Shore Tropicals, but she imported it from, as you can see from the tag right there, it says Space Hijau of Instagram. So I recently moved it into this pot from dollar store actually, and I love it. And so far it is loving it. It grew this new leaf right there, and I cannot wait to see it harden. The leaf before that was damaged, so I just took it out. Here we have Anthurium magnificum crossed with Ace of Spade. Can you see that pink? Oh, we have a dead leaf right there. But we have a pink leaf margin right here. So cool. That's about it. And then we have another dark forgetty eye over here. And this and this are actually siblings. This one is more rounded. This is darker and more elongated. Like I said, I love me some Anthurium forgetty eye varieties. That's why I have those. And then over here is looking sad since the repot it stressed out. This is my Anthurium King of Spades that I got from Arid Market from our collab, and this is very slow grower. This is the only leaf that I grew under my care. The rest of its original import leaves have fallen off already, but we have some movement and I am here for it. I am so excited. I can see something is going to emerge from the caterpillar already, and if that's a leaf, it means that this plant is grown up. It has moved from petiole growth to caterpillar, which is amazing. And this is the Magnificum No ID. Uh-oh, I can see some webbing. What is that? Is that a webbing? Hopefully not. This is the other Magnificum No ID that I received as a freebie. You've seen the mother plant right there. This is the mother plant, and this is the offset that I removed from it, and it's got a new leaf as well, which is so exciting. We have another rehab plant over here, which I believe is a Forgetii papillilaminum hybrid, but we'll see. The main plant died, but it grew this offset right there. So yeah, I'm gonna let him stay. This one right here is a red crystal, but a different kind of red crystal from a local seller, Julie. And this is her red crystal creation that she calls TPF. I don't know what it means. But yeah, and that's it for this cabinet. Normally it will go up to like 90% humidity in here, which is great, which is why all these plants are doing great right now. And yeah, it's gotten dark fairly quickly, so we're gonna move on. We're moving on to this side of the living room, which has my other cabinet. This is my fabric art cabinet. Please don't mind the mess, the cords, and all that crap that I have in there, but we're gonna move on to this cabinet, which has some alocasia and rehab seedlings, corms, all kinds of stuff. This is in need of a major styling. I know, but I'm working on it. Okay, we're gonna start. Over here is the rest of my Anthurium red crystal from NSE that I grew from seeds. I recently uppotted them from 2-inch pot to like 4.5, which is a big upgrade, I know. But yeah, I that's all I had. So I can see that one is stressed out right there, is not happy. That's probably gonna die pretty soon. It's a lot smaller than the rest of them, as you can see, so that's probably a reason why it's declining. It's not happy, but everybody else is showing some new growth from the repot, so I'm cool with that. I can sacrifice one, I guess. Hold on, it might be too loud for you guys. Let me turn off my fans once again. Okay, because this fan can be too loud. Okay, oh, that feels good. That one's so loud. Anyway, so this is a propagation from my mother plant. This is the variegated Philodendron domesticum that I am going to sell pretty soon. I keep saying that it's obviously grown a whole lot since I said that. Plus, my mother plant is now growing fully variegated leaves, so I'm kind of keeping this as a backup because it's growing beautifully right now. And then over here is another propagation of my Philodendron tordum that I chopped, and yeah, I'm gonna sell this one also. I'm waiting for that new leaf right there, and it's not looking pretty, so let's not waste our time. Say hi to Momo. Oh, hi, Momo. Hi. Hi there, Momo. Oh, hi. Oh, yeah. You need a haircut? You need a haircut? Okay, just stay right there. Oh, no. You need a bath and a haircut, don't you? Yeah. Okay. Anyways, as I was saying, hold on, I'm going to give a little belly rub so she stays quiet. Okay. All right, so next up is this beautiful, this one right here is Alocasia bisma. I receive it as Alocasia bisma. I don't know what it's called anymore, but I can see similarities with platinum, some Alocasia platinum, I'm not sure if this is the same one, but I did get this for free locally, and it's got a new leaf right here, and it's supposed to be bigger than this one. I cannot wait for to see that. And then I have over here a random propagation of a variegated heartleaf philodendron. I know it's not my vibe right now, but I see many growth points, so hopefully it looks better soon. Behind right here is a little wonky, another rehab, but this one right here is a syngonium scrambled eggs, supposedly, but we're losing the variegation as it grows, so it probably needs a haircut as well. And then over here is growing beautiful variegation as it matures. This one is my Alocasia Bombino, and it's got a new leaf right there on the way. This one has been a joy to watch. It's growing nonstop, and look at all that variegation that is giving me so far. So I'm not complaining about her. Here's a wonky propagation of my variegated ZZ. I don't know what's going on. It's laying down. I don't know. It's trying to crawl or something. This is another propagation of my domesticum that I am growing out. This one has not much variegation as well. But update on my string of turtle in a turtle planter. This one is growing well. It's actually flowering, which signifies it's happy. So I don't know what to do with this one yet, but it's just chilling in there. It's happy. The rest of my other string of things are growing outdoors. This used to grow outdoor, but it completely rotted. So this is what I saved out of it, and now it's trailing again. So I'm gonna leave it be. I got this free cutting from someone, and this is actually a low variegated begonia genie galaxy. You can see some variegation in this leaf right here, but it's very hard to see, so it's probably gonna need some chop and prop to encourage variegation someday, but we're on step one, rooting stage at the moment. And then down here are mostly alocasias, as you can see, and this one is my Frydek, and it's down to a single leaf, a decline when I took out its babies. I took out like 6 corms. I sold some, and it just immediately dropped the rest of its leaves, and that's probably due to winter dormancy as well. And yeah, I then added its babies, so hopefully it's gonna be happy. I had the 2 pups right there, and one is, I think it's pretty happy. I can see some movement over there, and this one has very stable, very good variegation, so hopefully it'll come back for me soon. This is Amazonica, and this is the only leaf with variegation, and another one that probably needs to be chopped and propped to be variegated again. And this one has the same problem. My other Bambino that has reverted, but growing nicely otherwise, which is fine because I already have the nicely variegated one anyways. This is Alocasia odora with very nice variegation right there, and it's grown a couple of pops as well. This is macrorrhiza, variegated macrorrhiza, and it's grown a pop here as well that has better variegation than this one. Another variegated ZZ cutting that is again crawling. I don't know what's going on with this plant, so I'm probably gonna move it to the mother plant sooner rather than later. This is just a regular Alocasia dragon scale beginda, and I added this pop right here that I grew from corm. And then this one is my Alocasia cuprea that I got as a teeny tiny pup, and now it's coming in with a new leaf right there, hopefully a bigger one. Down here we have this beautiful Alocasia silver dragon that I got as a one leaf pup, and now it has three. I've already lost the original leaf, but so far it's been showing some great variegation. This is the silver dragon, and it's looking like Aurea. It's yellow. It's got yellow variegation, but at the same time, it fades into a lighter white or cream variegation. So I'm not exactly sure what do you call that kind of variegation on this, but I know it's a silver dragon. Right here is a combination of scalprum, Alocasia scalprum, and a random silver dragon that was, I don't know how it got there, but I grew these as corms and I just potted them all up together, but all of a sudden I found this silver dragon also growing in there. So over here is look at this emergent leaf on this. This is Alocasia. Oh no, I forgot what it's called. But I got this one as a freebie as well. I cannot remember, but the new leaf comes as cream like this, and then it will eventually fade. It fades into dark greenish with, like, I don't know, metallic. I don't know, it's just really dark. It's just amazing how light this is. Is that a variegation or something? I don't really know, but this one right here is the Dion Adul. I lost the seed that it came with, actually fell off. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but it's gone now. So this one right here is the newest plant that I received recently through Facebook Marketplace. And oh my god, this is the used to be super expensive Rhaphidophora, variegated Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. And it just grew this newest leaf right there. And my goodness, I got this for $50. I could not believe it. I had to drive with the rest of my family. We had to drive 30 minutes to get to this plant, but I think it is worth it. He grew it from this cutting right here. This leaf is the mother leaf, but oh my goodness, can you believe it? What a beautiful variegation it has, and it was only $50. Yes, I think it's a great deal. And then this one right here is my Alocasia black velvet. That is pink black velvet. You can see hint of pink coming through right there, and it's still in soil. This one is in Pafcal. So yeah, I've been trying to babysit this one. I'm afraid to move it because so far I have only killed my regular black velvets, and now I have this super expensive one. I actually got a great deal with this. I'm down to just start from the little guys, and then I do have some corms in here growing in water. I am using this egg crate, and I have a few corms. I have all these corms right here on the left are chanturiri, and right here on the, hold on, let me see if I can get this. This one right here is another corm from my fried egg mama. It's actually gigantic. This one right here is actually a variegated Maharani. So it's already rooting and it's already starting to sprout. So I'm gonna be transferring it to pond very soon. So yes, hopefully it's actually variegated though. I got it from a very trustworthy seller. So I'm excited to grow it out. I actually have a heat mat over here for my corms because that's how my seller was growing her corms. So I figured I would do the same thing and maybe successfully grow them. And that's it for the living room plants. And I think I'm gonna proceed to the bedroom for part 2. And that is it for today's video, guys. I'm going to have a part 2 for this houseplant tour just because it's very dark now and it's been way too long anyways. So catch me on the second part of this video, and I hope you are having fun so far. If you are, please don't forget to give this video a like. That will help me so much. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell down below so you'll be notified when my future video drops. Again, thank you all so much, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye!